Most people don't fail because they are not smart enough. They fail because they fall in love with thinking about success, but never actually do anything about it. If you have ever made big plans from the comfort of your bed and then done nothing, this story is for you. In a small village surrounded by green fields and open sky, there lived a young man named Ryan. He was 26 years old, strong, healthy, and full of big dreams. Every evening, he would sit outside his house, look at his empty land, and imagine a beautiful future. He saw tall crops growing in his field. He imagined people coming to him for advice. He pictured himself walking through the village while everyone respected him. The dream was beautiful, but the work was zero. While other farmers woke up before sunrise and worked hard under the hot sun, Ryan slept until late morning. While other men fixed their fields and carried heavy loads of water, Ryan sat in the shade and talked about his big plans. Next season, he would say with a big smile, "I am going to do something great. Just wait and see." People liked his energy. They enjoyed listening to him. But the older people in the village quietly shook their heads. They had seen this kind of person before. Big words, empty hands. One afternoon, Ryan's grandfather, a wise old farmer named Thomas, came to visit. The old man walked slowly across Ryan's land without saying a single word. He looked at the dry, cracked soil. He saw that nothing had been planted. He noticed wild grass growing everywhere because no one had taken care of the land. Then he turned and looked at Ryan. His eyes were not angry. They were just sad. "Your father left you good land," Thomas said quietly. "Good soil. Clean water nearby. A good location. He gave you everything. But the one thing that makes land useful, he could not give you." Ryan crossed his arms. "I know what you are going to say, grandfather. I will start soon. I just need the right time." The old man did not argue. He had learned that trying to convince a comfortable person is a waste of time. Instead, he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small leather pouch. He opened it slowly and poured 2 tiny seeds into his hand. They looked almost the same, small, brown, and round. But something about them felt different. Even Ryan leaned forward a little without realizing it. "I have been farming for 50 years, Thomas said, holding the seeds up. "And I have learned that every person carries 2 seeds inside them. Not in the ground, but inside here." He pressed his finger to his chest. "I have named these seeds after what I have seen them grow into in real people." He placed 1 seed in Ryan's right hand. "This is the working seed. Every time you push yourself to do hard work, every time you choose effort instead of rest, every time you wake up when your body says stay in bed, this seed gets water. And slowly, over time, it grows into something that feeds you, supports you, and stays with you forever." Then he placed the second seed in Ryan's left hand. "This is the waiting seed. This one needs nothing from you. No effort. No water. No attention. It grows all by itself from every excuse you make, from every tomorrow you choose instead of today, from every hour you waste doing nothing. And when it fully grows, it wraps around everything good in your life and slowly destroys it." Ryan looked at the 2 seeds in his hands. They felt heavier than they looked. "Plant both of them in different corners of your field," Thomas said softly. "Then watch carefully. In a few weeks, your field will show you your future more clearly than any dream ever could." That night, Ryan thought about it. The decision felt easy. He would plant the working seed and throw the waiting seed away. Simple. Done. He even felt proud of himself just for thinking about it. But the next morning, the sun felt too bright and his bed felt too warm. "I will plant it in the evening when it is cooler," he told himself. Evening came, and he felt tired, so he said, "Tomorrow morning, I will do it early." The next morning, a friend came to talk. Then it was lunchtime. Then he felt sleepy. Then a whole week had gone by. Finally, feeling a little guilty, Ryan walked to his field and planted both seeds without much thought. He covered them with soil, dusted off his hands, and walked home feeling like he had done something good. Then he completely forgot about them. 3 weeks later, Ryan walked to the far end of his field and stopped. His mouth fell open. The waiting seed had grown incredibly fast. Thick, ugly weeds had spread all across the field from that one corner. They were dark, aggressive, and growing in every direction. When Ryan tried to pull one out, the roots held so tight that the ground would not let go. He walked to the other corner where he had planted the working seed. It was alive, but only just. A thin, pale little plant had pushed through the soil. It was leaning sideways, weak and tired, with weeds already crawling toward it from across the field. It looked like it was fighting just to stay alive. Ryan felt something change inside him. Not a big dramatic moment with tears and falling to the ground. Just a quiet, cold feeling that sat in his chest and would not leave. He understood right then that he had not just ignored a seed. He had ignored himself. He had let the easiest version of his life slowly eat away the best version of it. His grandfather's words came back to him. The waiting seed grows all by itself. Ryan did not go home that evening. He stayed in the field until it was completely dark. He pulled weeds until his hands hurt and the skin on his fingers cracked open. He cleared the ground around the small plant so it could breathe. Then he carried water from the nearby canal and carefully poured it around the roots. He came back the next morning, and the morning after that, and the one after that. It was not a big overnight change. There was no single moment where everything became perfect and easy. What happened was much quieter, but much more powerful. Every day, he made a small decision to show up. Some days, he worked with full energy. Other days, he dragged himself out of bed, tired and unwilling, but he still came. He still worked. He still watered the plant. The weeds kept trying to come back. Good things are never easy to keep. But week by week, the little plant got stronger. Its thin stem became thick. Its pale leaves turned deep green. Its roots went deeper into the soil. And as Ryan kept taking care of it every single day, the plant grew with a kind of quiet confidence, as if it had always known it could become something great. It just needed someone to believe in it long enough. By the next harvest season, Ryan's field looked completely different. The crops were not the biggest in the whole village. They were not perfect, but they were real, and they were grown by his own hard work, and they had come from hands that had finally learned what effort means. Older farmers who used to shake their heads now stopped to look at his field with respect. Some of them even came to ask him what he had changed. His answer was simple. "I stopped waiting for the right time and decided to make the time right." Thomas visited one last time before winter. He walked through the field the same slow way he had walked through it when it was dry and empty. But this time, he did not look sad. He gently touched the tops of the crops with his old hand and smiled. Not a big surprised smile. Just the steady, calm smile of someone who always believed something good would happen and was simply happy to see it finally did. He looked at Ryan and said nothing. He did not need to. Now let's talk about what this story really means, because it has very little to do with farming. Right now, you are standing in your own empty field. All of us are. Every single one of us has something we want to build. A skill, a business, a better life, a version of ourselves that we know deep inside we are capable of becoming. And every one of us is carrying both seeds every single day. The working seed, which only grows when you feed it with real daily effort, one small step at a time. And the waiting seed, which needs absolutely nothing from you. It lives off your comfort. It grows from your excuses. It gets stronger every time you say, "I will start tomorrow." And here is the hard truth. The waiting seed is always growing, even right now, while you are listening to this. Every day you delay is not a neutral day. It is a day the weeds get stronger and the good seed gets weaker. Time is not waiting for you to feel ready. Your life is being shaped right now by what you decide to do next. You do not need to change everything tomorrow. You do not need a perfect plan or a perfect day or a perfect situation. You just need to do one small thing today. Pull one weed. Pour 1 cup of water on your seed. Then do it again tomorrow. And keep doing it even when the excitement goes away and all you have left is the quiet decision of someone who has chosen to take their own life seriously. The field does not care about your dreams. It only grows from your actions. And the beautiful, honest truth is that everything worth having in life works the same way. Start today. Not because everything is perfect, but because the seed is already in the ground. And it is quietly waiting to see what kind of person you decide to be. If this story spoke to you and made you think about your own life, then please give it a like right now. It takes 1 second and it truly helps. If you are new here, subscribe to this channel because every week we bring you stories just like this one, simple, honest, and powerful enough to actually change the way you think. And if you know someone who has big dreams but keeps saying tomorrow, share this video with them today. Maybe this story will be the push they needed. We are all growing together, one seed at a time. See you in the next one.